2018 WJTS News, I'm Charlotte Olson. Tuesday, there will be 12 polling locations in Dubois County as some locations have been combined but are still specific in the precinct. Last night, poll worker training took place at Jasper Middle School, and Dubois County Clerk Bridget Jarboe explains how individuals who are chosen to work the polls around the county are picked by their party chairpersons.
We're going to work through tonight exactly what it takes to be a poll worker on the day of the election. So the election officers at each poll each have a specific role and duty. The inspector, who's kind of in charge of everything. Then we have 2 judges, or a few judges in some cases, and we will have 2 poll clerks. And all of these are equal numbers from each party.
Jarboe adds that high school students who took part in the training Tuesday will be working at the polls and can only be able to participate if they receive permission from both their parents and the school administrators. They're also required to possess a grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Before entering the training room, poll worker inspectors, judges, or clerks are each instructed by Jarboe and deputies with the Dubois County Clerk's Office to register with iPad devices. These devices have replaced the poll books who were excessive in size and need to be printed out each year. Jarboe emphasizes the significance that Indiana plays in this year's presidential primary and why Hoosiers should practice their right to vote.
It's really exciting right now because Indiana is going to be a player for on the national stage with helping select the delegates, selecting the potential presidential person from each party. So right now it is very important that people do get out and vote, and when you're voting, you're at least saying you want to participate in what's going on.
Jarboe and her colleagues also encourage those in training to have a rapport with voters and touch base to make sure that they cast their ballot. So far, there have been over 1,500 people who have taken part in early voting at the Dubois County Courthouse. A Vigo County man's arrest on multiple charges came with the assistance of the Jasper Police Department. Terre Haute police say that while conducting a sighting operation with Jasper Police, Michael Rowe of Terre Haute made contact with who he believed was a 13-year-old Jasper child with the intent to engage in sexual contact. Police say Rowe made contact with the Jasper Police Department as part of a sighting operation. The department had created a 13-year-old decoy, and Rowe had made arrangements to meet with the decoy to engage in sexual activity. However, the meeting never took place. Terre Haute police arrested Rowe, charging him with 10 counts of child solicitation and a count of misdemeanor of a matter of conducting a performance harmful to minors. Police say that Rowe was an employee with the Vigo County School Corporation. They do not believe that there are any victims at the school where he once worked. Rowe is being held in the Vigo County Jail on a $100,000 bond. The Terre Haute Police Department issued a thank you to the Jasper Police Department for their assistance in the investigation. Huntingburg police took a Bristow man in custody yesterday after he was said to have made a number of unauthorized charges from a pair of local entities, including his employer. Back on April the 12th, officers took a report from the waters of Huntingburg that indicated several items were being purchased through Steinkamp's home center, also of Huntingburg. Police say that the amount of unauthorized items purchased was tallied at more than $2,500. Huntingburg Detective Sergeant Christian Gogol launched an investigation into the matter, and Gogol spoke with several employees with Steinkamp's. They said that they were aware of the suspect identified as 31-year-old Sean Brosmer of Bristow. Gogol told them to immediately call police if Brosmer would happen to return to the home center. Yesterday afternoon, Brosmer did indeed return to the store, and Gogol approached him at the Steinkamp's counter. Brosmer was placed under arrest on a level 6 felony count of attempted theft and 5 misdemeanor counts of theft. He was taken to and booked into the Dubois County Security Center, where he is being held on a $750 cash-only bond. Police say that their investigation will, of course, continue. Each month, members of the Spencer County Regional Chamber of Commerce gather to provide businesses with the opportunity to access chamber members and discuss their entities. Thursday morning at the Spencer County Chamber's monthly breakfast sponsored by DC Broadcasting at the Honey Creek Farm, all departments of the media company spoke about the significance of media in today's society and how it plays as an essential tool for the business to develop and grow. Now, whether a business is at large or a small county, the utilization of media through advertisement and being present in the news covers a range of business outreach, as DC Broadcasting has a multimedia capacity environment. Other companies and entities were on hand, including Freedom Bank, who spoke about grant programs regarding home ownership. Judy Butcher, a Chamber of Commerce member and Community Outreach Administrator at the American Electric Power Rockport plant, describes the value of being part of the Chamber and how the meetings serve as effective networking tools.
So we are very well attended this morning. I think we had about 35 people here. So these meetings are very important as far as memberships and a place that we can actually get together and do a little networking, just get to know each other better and talk about our businesses, etc.
Butcher adds that it takes a passion to be involved in the Chamber and that it benefits professionally. For more information on becoming a member, visit their website at spencercounty.in.org. A Huntingburg man was placed under arrest early this morning for disorderly conduct after he was reportedly kicking in the door of his home after being involved in a domestic situation at a Huntingburg residence a few hours earlier. Around 2:15 this morning, Huntingburg police were called to a home located along the 600 block of East 3rd Street, where they say that 38-year-old Marty Fowler was said to have been trying to kick in the door of his residence. Now, a few hours earlier, police say they were at the same location in reference to a verbal domestic case and say during the encounter, Fowler was warned for his actions and told that if he returned, he would be arrested. Fowler left but returned, and after allegedly kicking in the door, he was found going through a closet behind the front door. Fowler was placed under arrest and then taken to the DuBois County Security Center, where he was booked on the misdemeanor count of disorderly conduct. A Jasper man was placed under arrest after he was involved in a battery incident Thursday evening. Just before 8 o'clock last night, Jasper police were called into a home located along the 1300 block of Mill Street, where a domestic dispute was reported to have taken place. Police say upon further investigation, they determined that 41-year-old Kimberly Clark, the second of Jasper, punched a female victim in the shoulder while also throwing furniture around the house. Police say that due to the fact that a child was present while the incident took place, Clark will be charged with the level 6 felony count of domestic battery in the presence of a child. Clark was taken into and lodged into the DuBois County Security Center. Jasper police were assisted at the scene by the DuBois County Sheriff's Department. This reminder, officials at the DuBois County Emergency Management Agency say that due to an upgrade to the county's siren system, they will be testing sirens around the county today at 6 p.m. instead of their normal test day of May 1st to ensure that the upgrade does indeed work properly. Residents around the county are asked to please note that this is only a test and does not affect the city of Jasper, who will test their emergency siren and notification systems on Saturday. If you have any questions about the test, please contact DuBois County Emergency Management Agency Director Tammy Humpert at 812-482-2202. A Crawford County man has been sentenced for being in possession of firearms while being convicted felon. A release from United States Attorney Josh Minkler's office says that 50-year-old Richard Smithson was sentenced to 70 months in prison by U.S. District Chief Judge Richard Young following his guilty plea to 2 counts of possessing firearms after a felony conviction. This case was the result of an investigation by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives in the Indiana State Police. The release says that immediately before sentencing, Smithson admitted that on October 14, 2014 and on February 4, 2015, that he had possessed a total of 26 firearms after having been convicted of a felony. Smithson admitted during the trial of negotiating an agreement to sell 2 firearms to an undercover police officer. After arranging a second sale, Smithson was then arrested and surrendered an additional 24 firearms to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives that he unlawfully did possess. Smithson has been convicted on 8 drug-related felonies dating back to 1993 in Crawford County. Judge Young imposed 3 years of supervised release following the release from prison. Smithson must submit to drug testing and drug abuse treatment while on his supervision. Make sure to keep it right here because up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.